Keep sharing. Any place you're connecting from, please keep sharing. Share to family and friends. Share to those who are close to you. Even our enemies, you can share to them. Share to them so that they can join us and hear our point of views. You never can tell. You can win a soul. So keep sharing. Amechi Eze, thank you for joining, Amechi. Ivan Wafo, thank you for joining, Ivan. Paper, is it Pepe Tem? Thank you for joining, Pepe Tem. Good evening from here and good morning to you wherever you are joining. If you are in the afternoon, good afternoon to you. Morning, good morning to you. Over here it's evening, and I say good evening to you. Thank you for joining wherever you are connecting from. I appreciate you. May Chukwu guide and protect you and secure you. We are in a very critical time, and we have to continue to speak. We have to continue to say the truth and set the record straight. No matter what they try to do, we can't stop, and they can't stop us. We will continue to say it the way it is. That is what we will do. No matter the weapon of their warfare, no matter the attack we get on a daily basis, we continue to preach. Thank you for joining. If you look at the topic I wrote there, we have to talk about the divide and rule. That is the strategy now. So the message of today is going to go for everybody from the contraption called Nigeria. It doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location. It's a message for every single one of us. As long as you are in the Zoological Republic, this message is for you. If you are an indigenous person in that Zoological Republic, any indigenous tribe that you are, no matter your religion, as long as you're indigenous, the message is for you. We talk about the divide and rule. Divide and rule has become the greatest weapon that the enemy have been using against us for a very long time. Divide and rule. It is a strategy of the caliphate that they are using. They have been using it very effectively. It's working for them. But the question is, are you still going to allow that divide and rule to work today? After knowing fully well that what they do is to divide us and rule, will you still be playing into the gallery to allow them to rule you? To allow them to divide you and rule? Will you still be allowing that? Well, I believe the Biafrans can't allow that anymore. Mazen Nan, they kind of have created an awareness that wake everybody up, and we can't allow it. So what about other our brothers and sisters who are indigenous in that Zoological Republic, the indigenous tribe, that are losing people that the Fulanis want to wipe away? Are you still going to continue to hold on your hatred to your fellow citizen? Are you still going to continue to hold your hatred on the Biafrans even when they have not committed any crime against you? Are you still going to be listening to the propaganda of the enemy against your fellow human being? Divide and rule. The only strategy that the caliphate have used to conquer the major indigenous tribes in the Zoological Republic. These people we are talking about are the minority. The caliphate is the minority in that Zoological Republic. They are minority. But yet, they are able to manipulate people because of the divide and rule. And they are succeeding because we are playing into their system of divide and rule. If we say no to divide and rule, of course they will not have effect anymore. Any day we wake up and say enough is enough for the divide and rule, it can no longer work. It can no longer work. But as long as you continue to play into the gallery, you continue to use the language of the caliphate, you continue to use their language. Each time you speak to your fellow citizen, you speak your fellow indigenous person, you continue to see him as evil. You will see an Igbo Biafran. You have not done any business with him. You have not fought with him. He has not cheated you. You don't even know him. But because the caliphate made you to believe that they want to dominate you, once you see them, you become scared. Once you see them, you don't want to hear from them. Once you see them, you become sensitive to every statement. How long will you continue on that path? For how long are you going to continue on that path? This is the weapon that they have used to hold everybody down. You know that. I know that. But why are you still holding down on that? Why are you still permitting that very divide and rule to take effect? It is working because you are permitting it. Are you still going to be seeing your fellow human being, somebody like people from our south, our Oduduwa brothers? You see an Oduduwa brothers, you just see an Oduduwa brother, you just see him as a betrayer. You call him name, call him a betrayer, call him a man of name, just simply because he's not from your region. How long will you continue to do that? And where do you think that is going to lead you? These are critical questions everybody have to ask. Answer, not ask. You answer. Answer the question. If you can answer the question effectively, then you can be able to know if you're going to continue on the divide and rule issue or not. The divide and rule is working because you are playing into it. If you say no to it, it's not going to work anymore. The stage that the Zoological Republic is now is a time that every indigenous tribe have to wake up. We stand as one, defend our land, defend our territory, and build a nation that we can be proud of. That is what we are asking for, nothing else. That is the only thing we are asking for. Nobody is planning to dominate anybody. Nobody is planning to take over your land or speak for you. Every indigenous tribe wants to stand on their own and be on themselves, be by themselves. Be themselves and use their area. Practice whatever system of government you want to practice. Practice whatever religion you want to practice. Peacefully without anybody interrupting you. That is exactly the situation we are in. And that is our desire. And that is what we're calling for. But each time you see this zoological republic, the caliphate mainly, the Fulani caliphate, they played into the system. They came in there, they divided the Hausas. The Hausas begin to see their leaders as enemies, see their brothers as enemies, gave them different kinds of names. And they bought into the game. They begin to destroy themselves and they took over everywhere. Today, the Hausa people have no representation anywhere. They came to the old southeastern region. In the southeastern region, they decided to paint their lies, paint people evil. They tell you that the Igbo Biafrans are only there to dominate you. They tell you that Igbo Biafrans are fraudulent. They tell you that Igbo Biafrans are ritualists. They tell you that Igbo Biafrans are good for nothing. They preach it and preach it and preach it. And the media help them to hype all those information. Whenever a crime is committed, nobody is supporting a crime. If you are a criminal, it doesn't matter your tribe or religion. It is not something that one has to be supporting. But why must you be blowing some areas out of proportion? And some areas, when you see it, you turn a blind eye to it. As you're watching the video, you can agree with me that the most dangerous criminals we have in the Zoological Republic, politically today, they are from the north. Fulanis, to be precise. Not just from the north. Fulanis, to be precise. They have stolen and stolen and stolen, and they are not hiding about it. The evidence is everywhere, and yet nothing is being done. But those who are from the southern part of Nigeria, who has gotten involved in one thing or the other, maybe intentionally or mistakenly, you see them blowing the issue out of proportion. It becomes the talk of the town. It becomes the talk of town as if it has never happened before. This is the situation, and this is something we have to stop. We have to stop because we are helping them to promote this divide and rule. That is the strongest weapon. Just check the situation of the Zoological Republic now. Every indigenous tribe have become an endangered species. Just go and check the record. Every indigenous tribe has become endangered. Let me tell you, the Biafrans are even more secure more than any other tribe because they have been awake for a very long time. They saw what was coming and they stood their ground and they never want to lose again. Every indigenous tribe have become an endangered species. Every of them that have used against the Biafrans in the past, preaching hatred, they are all regretting it today. The few people who are not yet coming on board are the people who are still trying to protect their evil agenda, protect their fraudulent money they give to them from the resources of many. They come to your area, they look for one person and empower the person. The person will become so powerful that you begin to see the person as a god. And they use that person to manipulate everybody in the area. Look at the Southwest, for example. In the Southwest today, they have been able to empower Tinubu, made Tinubu to be richer than the state. And they turn a blind eye to it. Tinubu has become so rich that he can be able to drive a bullion van into his house, and he boasts about it. And nobody arrests him. No EFC invite him. Instead, he has now qualified to become your president. That is what the Zoological Republic can do. That is what the Fulani Caliphate can do. And today, you see, when they tell you that the West is with them, when they tell you that the Oduduwa people are with them, they are talking about Tinubu. Because they believe that they can use Tinubu to manipulate everybody from the Southwest. But that is a total lie. We know that the Southwest are sincere people. We have reliable people over there. And the Southwest, Tinubu doesn't speak for them. So many of you have heard the leader of Afenifere make speech in several occasions. He has made several speeches in several occasions. He has spoken on many forums about so many issues. And all of you have heard about it. So it's not something different. You don't have to be deceived. Don't allow anybody to blackmail you into all those lies. The more you continue to fall into the lies of the blackmail of the Zoological Republic and the Caliphate itself, the more you continue to enslave yourself. For this case of Biafrans, I know there are still some few people who are being blackmailed of denying their identity. You see somebody will be denying his or her identity simply because you want to be relevant. You deny your identity, deny your name, deny your origin because you want to be relevant. And after that denial, are you relevant? You can't be relevant anywhere. They can never treat you. At the end of the day, they are going to treat you as an infidel. And that is it. So it doesn't matter how you try to kill your people, sacrifice your people for them. At the end of the day, you are still going to pay. So what do? What you're going to do at this critical point in time now, when the restoration of Biafra is coming, when the end of the Zoological Republic has come, the end has come. For those who are still pretending, thinking that the end have already come. So it's left for you. If you want to join the train, it's left for you to join the train. If you don't want to join the train, be where you are. Be where you are. Definitely you're going to see the result at the end of the day. But for those who are willing to join the train, they know they know the situation of the country now, and people are now facing their own country. Wherever you are, if you are from Oduduwa land, you key in into the Oduduwa agenda. If you are from Biafra land, key in into the Biafra agenda. If you are from the Middle Belt, key in into the Middle Belt agenda. If you are from Arewa, you can do equally the same. Key in your own agenda. There is nothing like one Nigeria. It has ended. Everything you are seeing now is movie. Go to the media. Even as you are watching this very broadcast today, the Fulanis are coming in from all areas. They are coming in from all angles, from Mauritania, from Niger, from Chad, from Benin Republic, from all parts of West Africa. They are assembling in the Zoological Republic. What is their mission? To take away all the indigenous tribe in the Zoological Republic and take over. That is the only mission they have. There's no other mission. And they will succeed in that mission if you do not move away from divide and rule. If you don't stop seeing your fellow citizen, your fellow indigenous person, if you don't stop seeing them as enemies, you're going to pay for it dearly. For the Biafran people, I thank Chukwu Okike Abiyama that 99.9% of Biafrans today know whom they are. We know that we are brothers. We know that one blood is flowing in our vein. We know that we have one ancestral parents. Forget about the 0.5% that are still denying their identity because of their selfish interest. You saw your brother Wike. Wike, after several denial, up to the extent of killing his own people, destroying lives in Ubibo, he thought they were going to favor him. His greatest friend disappointed him in the front at the time when he needed him most. They disappointed him to tell him that, man, even if you are denying to be Igbo, you are Igbo. They know that's what they know you for. They don't care. As long as you're from the old Southeastern region, they identify us as Inyamiri. That is what you are. Take it or leave it. That is how they see you. Oh, you think the drama is just against the Igbos? Think again. Oh, you think the drama is just against the Igbos? You must be kidding. They are going to use you as a willing tool to make sure that their divide and rule is effective. They will empower you. They give you money. If you want money, they will give you all you well. They will give you access to all the work. Look at the way they exalted Tinubu. That's an example. Look at the way they have raised Tinubu to a standard, up to the extent of handing him over the president, even when they know that he is not effective. They know that even if he succeeds in getting there, he cannot last more than 2 years. He will be dead. And look at the person they are bringing to assist him. Another Fulani terrorist, El-Rufai. They are preparing another Fulani terrorist, El-Rufai, to be the one to succeed, to be the vice president to Tinubu. And you are still there sleeping. When people say you should wake up from your sleep, and you think it's just a go, you think it's just a ranting. It is not ranting. That is reality staring at your face. If you want to face reality and you want to be in the path of truth and sincerity, you must have to wake up. Begin to see your fellow indigenous citizen as somebody who deserves freedom. As we are fighting for our freedom, the Biafran people, the Oduduwas are fighting for their freedom, the Middle Belters are fighting for their freedom. Every other indigenous tribe should go ahead and fight for their freedom. The time is now. Please share the video as you're joining. Share the video. Share it to all platforms. Share the video. Keep on sharing. Keep on sharing the video. You can equally support the star if you care. If you want to support the broadcast with star, you can support. Click the stars. So as I was saying, divide and rule is the only weapon, and this is the time they will unleash the weapon. They have started already. They have started using that same divide and rule. This is not the time to blame your fellow indigenous person in the Zoological Republic. This is not the time to begin to blame your fellow. It doesn't matter the tribe of the person. It doesn't matter the religion of the person. If the person is Hausa, if the person is from a Yoruba land, if the person is from a Edo state, any part of that Zoological Republic, as long as that person is an indigenous person, he is not your enemy. He is not your enemy. I'm not saying we don't have dubious people among us. We have some criminals among us. But we are going to deal with them at our own time. Not by the dictate of the Fulanis. We are going to deal with them at our own time. Not by the dictate of the Fulanis. Some of you saw the video that was made. One of the Fulani man that was interviewed in Arise Television. One of the videos that is going viral. I'm going to post it on my page after the broadcast. The video that our brother Simon Ekpa used on his program yesterday. You saw how they are trying to push Obasanjo. They are trying to push Obasanjo to take responsibility of the Biafran war. And they now forgot that they were the people who committed the main pogrom. The pogrom that caused the war, it was them that committed it. Now they have forgotten about it. They want to begin to push out Obasanjo to speak out, tell us how evil Obasanjo was to the Biafran people. Why must he be the one today be talking about Igbo presidency when he has killed and never apologized? Now they want to shift our attention so that we continue to blame people from Oduduwa land, continue to blame Obasanjo and forget the main culprit, which is the Fulanis. The main culprit, they want us to forget them and begin to look at an individual. And you and I know that Obasanjo was serving the Zoological Republic then. That is why I say nobody should ever, if you are sincere to yourself, nobody should ever talk about supporting anybody to be the president of the Zoological Republic. You should not ever dream about it. Anybody that makes any move of being anything in either a governor, a minister, or whatever you want to be in, that you are a dead man. You're just a criminal. You are a monster. That is what you are. When you see anybody that makes to take out any position in the Zoological Republic, it doesn't matter the position that person is taking. If you are taking the position to be a minister, to be a governor, to be a lawmaker, to be a president, you are a monster. You don't deserve mercy. We don't have anything to do with you. Because what you are going to do is that you are going to sign an agreement to take the life of your people. What are you going to sign into? You are going to be signing into an agreement based on the 1999 Constitution that will make it sure that injustice continues in Nigeria. That same 1999 Constitution that will make sure that no indigenous tribe has the right. That is what you want to go and sign into. And when you sign up to that, you will definitely do what they tell you to do. Just like they are blaming Obasanjo today, they are still going to blame you and play that card of divide and rule. They will try to drive the attention of the indigenous people to that individual who they themselves have given a constitution to run. They want us to face the person. But that is not what we are. Today, our responsibility is to bring down the system. The responsibility of every indigenous person is to bring down that evil system that they have put in place. That evil system that will empower your brother to take your life. That evil system that will empower the Zoological Republic to continue to control you. That is the system we want to bring down. And we must bring it down. We must bring it down. Not too far. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to happen in 2023. As they are talking about the election, we are not part of it. We have said it clear. Very, very clear. So it doesn't matter the propaganda they push. It doesn't matter their blackmail. It doesn't matter the nonsense they are talking. We are not part of it. Do not engage yourself in all those nonsense. Don't engage yourself. Don't engage yourself in it. Anybody, if you like, oh, let it be your uncle, oh, let it be your auntie, oh, let it be your brother or your uncle or your benefactor, the person that is feeding you, and that person is working for the Zoological Republic at every level. You are a minister, you are a governor, you are a lawmaker, up to the presidency. Every one of you, you are all fraudulent and you are all evil men, sponsors of evil, haters of their people. That is what they are, because they know that they are going to sign up to an agreement to deal with their people, an agreement to make sure that your people has no say, an agreement to make sure that the indigenous people continue to be a third-class citizen in a nation which they own by themselves. That is what they want you to do. But we can't allow that. We will not allow that. No matter what happens, no matter the angle they are coming from, we will not allow it. And it's not just a my here saying. We are working towards that. If you are a genuine Biafran, if you are genuine and you sincerely want freedom, the time is now. Join the moving train. Every one of you today know the moving train. We are no longer gossiping. We don't care about the gossipers. We don't care about the distractors. You can write anything you want to write on the comment section. I give no damn about you because you don't exist. You don't exist. As long as you're not genuine, asking for the freedom of people, you don't exist. There's no point responding to you. So keep on wasting your time. Keep on wasting your data, your time, and be watching. Just keep watching. Maybe after watching, when you go to sleep and think over it, maybe you'll be redeemed. But for me to waste my time on you, I'm not going to waste my time on you. I'll only talk to responsible people. People who are seeking for their freedom genuinely. People whom Chukwu Okike Abiyama have created free. And they are not willing to sell their freedom. Those are the people I'm talking to, and they know themselves. We must go home. Every tribe in the Zoological Republic, as long as you're indigenous, every indigenous tribe, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your area, it doesn't matter your religion, whatever religion you are, that doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. The only thing that I'm telling you now is this is not the time to blame your fellow indigenous person in the Zoological Republic. Don't blame your fellow. We know whom the enemy is. They are trying to play that same card. The only card they have, the only card that they are using against us, the only card they are using against us is the card of divide and rule. Divide and rule. They divide us and they continue to rule. Go and check in every ethnic group. They have divided ethnic groups. They divide people up to their regions, areas, villages. They will come to your village. They will empower one person. They will make the person so powerful, so rich that you cannot be able to utter any word. You begin to see the person as Lord. And the person, they will begin to use that person to manipulate you. And they will give the person access to all kind of crimes, all kind of criminalities. They will allow the person to commit all manner of crimes. And they will turn a blind eye to it. Then, when the time comes, they are going to use that person to manipulate you. Just like they are using Tinubu today. Every agreement you see the caliphate telling you that they reach agreement with the Southwest. The agreement is with their stooge, Tinubu. That is the only man they have agreement to. The Southwest is not with him. We have very intelligent and brilliant people in the Southwest, and they are crying and shouting out. And they will come out to make you believe that people from the Southwest are cowards, which is a pure lie. In fact, they are the bravest. In fact, the people from the Southwest, the Oduduwa people, they are the bravest, as I can see. Very brave. Very, very brave. Look at, if you don't know that they are brave, just check at the governors you are seeing. The governors, even with the whole critical situation, it is only the governor from the Southwest that are making waves. They are the only one challenging the authority. They are the only one pushing out agendas and things that will happen. And they will make you believe that they are not cowards. They know what they are doing. They will turn to the Southeast, East. They will turn to the Biafra land. They will tell you that Biafrans, mainly the Southeasterners, that all of them are criminals, that they are very domineering, they are very proud. Who told you that they are proud? They are not proud. They are just hardworking. They will tell you they are domineering. They are not domineering. They are just hardworking. They will tell you they are ritualists. They are not just ritualists. They are just hardworking. They are just hardworking. People who cannot stay down. They can't stay down. And that is why they can't be able to tolerate us. They will tell you that the Biafrans are so loud. Biafrans are so loud. They are not patient. They complain a lot. Of course, we are complaining of what matters. We are demanding for our rights, and we cannot allow anybody to take away our rights from us. We are not asking for anybody's rights. Neither are we asking for anybody's home or anybody's property or anybody's house or anybody's land. We are asking for our own land. Even as we are agitating, we are not agitating to take any land. We are not asking for Ruga. We are not agitating to take anybody's land or anybody's resources. We are agitating for that portion which is ours. That is what we are asking for. And you tell me it's wrong to ask? When somebody is asking for something that belongs to him, does that make that person a bad person? In fact, you are irresponsible when you don't know what belongs to you. If you allow that which belongs to you to be taken away by the enemy, that is when you become irresponsible. No responsible man will allow his right to be taken away without a fight. It doesn't happen anyway. No responsible man or woman will allow his or her right to be taken away without a fight. And that is what Biafra stands for. Justice and equity. We have been calling for justice. They tag us names. We call for justice. They demonize us. We call for justice. They come after us and kill us. And yet, you want us to fold our hands and continue to watch. The end has come. The end has come. And when I say the end has come, I'm not talking about the end of the world. I'm talking about the end of the Zoological Republic. The time has come. Wherever you belong, to your tent, O Israel. If you are a Biafran, begin to locate Biafrans, join them and support everything they are doing. If you are from Odudua land, locate the Odudua people, join them and support everything they are doing. If you are from the Middle Belt, whichever zone you are from, support your zone and pursue your own agenda. Nigeria doesn't exist anymore. It's only existing in the dream of those one Nigerianists, in the dream of those evil people, in the dream of those clowns, in the dream of those pretenders, in the dreams of those who have chosen slavery, in the dreams of those fraudsters who are protecting their evil money. It's still existing in their heart, and they want to protect it by all means possible. But for us, it doesn't exist. And we're going to bring it to reality. Not for a long time. That is why you see our brother Simon Ekpa is making a massive call. Our brother Simon Ekpa has made that call that Mazen Nanekano told us that the time will come when we march. The time to march is now. The time to march is now. Mazen Nanekano laid the foundation. After laying the whole foundation, Mazen Nanekano told us that Simon Ekpa is bringing a new dimension. And that new dimension has been opened. A new dimension heading to Biafra. The call has been made. The call has been made. If you genuinely want your freedom, if sincerely you are genuine and you want your freedom, the time is now. Come out. Come out. Whichever area you know you can perform. If you can perform in the media, we have enough men on the ground already. More than enough. All they need is an equipment. They need the tools to work. And we have to provide that tools. Nobody's going to provide the tools. It is you and I that will provide that tools. And that is what our brother Simon Ekpa is crying for and calling for. Freedom doesn't come cheap. It comes with sacrifice. If you are not willing to do this, pay the sacrifice, then you should equally be willing to accept your slavery. But I thank you that 99.9% of Biafrans have been ready long ago and they want to go home. We are all ready. We want to go home. We have been away for a very long time. We can't sing a lawful song in a strange land anymore. We do not want to continue to sing a love song in a strange land. We want to go back home. We want to go back home, and the time is now. It doesn't matter their blackmail. It doesn't matter their propaganda. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. We are really going to move into the next stage. And the next stage we have moved into. All you have to do is to come and take your position. If you are very good in any aspect, if you're one of those who is being called, who is being blessed for today, if you're one of those who has been positioned for the day we are in, There are some people that have been positioned because of today. The call has been made. The Mazen Simon Ekwe made a call. Some people went on media. You see some people, they lost their mind. They lost their mind because for a very long time, they have been following some fraudulent group. For a very long time, they have been following some criminals. For a very long time, fraud has been the order of the day. So you don't blame them when it becomes very hard for them to see a genuine person. But I tell you, today, at least, when you're donating your money, you know who's in charge. We know who Madam Azuka is. We see her. She talks. She has an address.